Welcome. I'm Stevie C, and welcome to my series, Animal Farm, on what was formerly known as Calmston Farm, but is, of course, now known as Oakbridge Farm. Today is probably going to be a reasonably short episode. We're got to feed some animals, and then we're going to go and tidy the yard, decide what equipment we're going to keep. This is, of course, it's the fourth episode of the save, but we're still in the first month. So what we're gonna do is go and pick up a trailer that I purchased at the end of the last episode, and that will be the first job for us as we head down the lane. Swing it round to the left. There's no cars coming. So as we go around, I'll show you the farm, show you the different areas that we've got. There's a car behind us. He's going to have a nice slow trip. That'll cheer him up no end, I'm sure. He rides right up my bumper, but he ain't going anywhere. Should focus on the road in front. I'm all over the show. Driving like a drunk driver. But yeah, so we've got on the animal farm, there's, if you haven't guessed, lots of animals. We have goats, we have sheep, we have chickens, beef cows, and dairy cows. There are more, obviously, that we can have, but we need to focus on the fact that we haven't got much money. The only reason we've got the money that we have at the moment is because I had a nice new baler, which we started with in the game, and a second-hand one came up for sale, and it was 50 grand to swap the two over, and it was only like 30 hours added onto it. So for 30 hours I was happy to take the 50 grand. So this car must be getting severely fed up with me by now, being stuck behind me. You can just see him in the mirrors there. But as we swing to the left, off will that car go. Surprised he's not beeping his horn at us. But... So there's the new old baler, and next to it is the trailer that we need to feed the animals. And the game has frozen. I thought we were about to have a game crash, which would have been disappointing, having just set up the stream with no technical difficulties. Probably the first time that's happened. It would have been just about right for the game to crash at that moment. Still, better to crash at the start than after a period of playing where we haven't, where we've done a load of work and we end up losing that work. So we are going to have to come back at some point and get this baler, but I'm just going to drive forward, spin it around, get ourselves back facing the right direction. It's quite a shame that we can't steal some of these tractors. There's some nice tractors parked here, but they haven't left the keys to them, so we won't be taking them. But something like that would be quite useful on our farm. Hopefully, because that car's there, hopefully there won't be too many more times where we have to stop down these lanes. Usually you only see one or two cars down here, even at rush hour. It's a nice quiet lane. We are in real time at the moment, but when we move on to September, we'll be settling into what I would say is a more realistic time frame for the month, where we'll be probably on ×3, unless we have some serious amount of work to do. Obviously, just setting up the farm and everything, you needed that time to be able to get everything prepared. So while we're coming to the top of this hill, I'll just stop for a moment, and if you look to the left, we own this grass field. which we're going to continue to grow lots of grass. We need to. We also own this field here, which we're going to replant with either wheat or barley. Haven't definitely decided yet, but probably wheat. That can't go in until next month anyway. We will need to plough that field as well. But that's two of the jobs. Obviously, we talked about how we needed to how we needed to. I forgot what I was going to say now. We needed to tidy up. That's what we're doing. Tidy up. Yeah. So we've got to get all equipment together and decide what we're going to hang on to, what we're going to sell. But yeah. So this field here is linked to the cow farm. In that shed over there, we have 25 milkers, which I'm sure at some point during the episode we will get to meet. Probably because I've held up. Yes, I knew that would happen. So directly ahead you can see a field with some sheeps in it. They are our sheep. There's quite a lot in there, it's fair to say. I think it was 150, but I'm not 100% that I got that figure right, but it was something like that. Quite a lot, and will keep us, hopefully, with plenty of wool, and as they get older, give us lots of babies, and we'll be able to sell on the aging adults to go to the special holiday home for sheep. So cruising round, we're going into this field to get to the food filler that I have installed in the field so that it'll be easy to feed the animals. These are our beef stock. These guys, we've got to grow these to nice big beefy cows so that they can bring us some money. There's 18 in there. The 18, if we get them up to about 2 grand profit each, should make us about 36 grand by the end of it. We're not spending any money on them. To our right, we have some baby chicks. Again, it's going to be quite a while before they start returning us anything, but we do need to feed them. So I'll just get out and open the gate, and that is the first animal that we need to be feeding. So nice and gently put it up there. Make sure we get into the right area. And they eat wheats, don't they? So we could buy wheat, we could buy barley. Just looking at what else we can buy. Pig food, that's the other thing we need to buy. Because directly ahead of us, I know it's a bit greyed out at the moment, are the pigs that we have. Again, there's quite a few of them, but they're all babies. We're going to grow them to a suitable size, and yeah, so I'm trying to remember. I looked at the prices, and I can't remember what they are now because it was a while ago. So just have a quick look, double check. I don't think there was a massive amount in it, so oh, must have been at the top. Here we go. So wheat is 168. Sorghum 215, so it won't be sorghum. And barley 156. So there's actually nothing in it between them two, is there? So, oh, press the wrong button. Exactly what I wanted to press. The question is, if we have more phone goes in the thing, where are we going to store it? It's a good question. We just need to spin a full circle. I'll try not to make us all too dizzy. Do it nice and slowly. I wonder if we can actually still pour it on where the trigger is. So this is where we drop the stuff. And I think it's going to take the whole lot, is it? Lovely. The chickens will finally be happy. They've been in there all morning and not had an ounce to eat, but now they can eat. We've got 75 chickens. That is completely full. We will also sell chickens. Oh, look at that. He's going for a swim in the food. He's really keen. Interesting colours on these chickens. There goes my dog. So, yeah, the chickens look really cute. Nice baby chicks. Where did I put the tractor? Oh, going the wrong way. So now we need to get some pig food and we can start filling up. I forgot to check how much food that'll take. So another 4,000. We'll not get that yet because I don't think they'll eat too much while they're chicks. So that should be okay. So now we've got to try and get out of here without running any chickens over. Oh, oh. Oh, that's close. Oh, now the tire's going to be very close. Wow, that is close. Oh, I've just about done it. Swinging it round. And be a good animal carer. We'll shut the gate. That's another job ticked off. Oh, I'm about to go and feed the pigs with an empty trailer. I don't think they'll be very happy with that. So, do we try and reverse it into there? Make myself look really clever? Or stupid? Depending on how the reversing goes. Right, so we need to right hand down. Left hand down. Keep it nice and slow. It's not too bad, is it? Managed to do it. Right, so we don't want barley. We want pig food. Where are you, pig food? Of course, this is costing us money. While we're parked up, we'll go and open up the gate so we can just drive straight into the pig field. Does look like we've left the gate open between the pigs and the sheep, so I hope there's no pigs and sheep intermingling. That would give us some strange crossbreed over. Although the pigs are too young to really be worrying about breeding, so we're okay. There's something in there. It's not a sheep. I think it's a deer. So if we get a deer and pigs, does that mean we get expensive pork? Look at her, they're tiny. These guys ain't going to want food. They're too small for it. You will notice there was a little bit of a calamity with the pig pen and the raised up bit. Missed the trigger then. Oh, I've done my usual, turned it the wrong way. There we go, stop. Right. So this takes 8,000 litres. How much does the actual... Wow, I'm just looking at how much was spent on food. That is a lot. I was not expecting it to be that much. I think it's about 7 grand gone on food. And we've only filled up it a tiny bit. So try not to run any little piggies over. Oh, 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 oh. Just about got away with that, I think. So obviously, as you can see, we've got sheeps of various different ages in there. Wow, pig food is expensive. Look at that, nearly 6 grand. And that's supposed to be a cheap sell point as well. Hopefully this 10 grand, 12 grand worth of food that we put in will last quite a while, because we have seriously got to make this last. Because we've got to make a profit as well. And obviously, if you're buying food, the pigs have got to more than pay for that food. We'll have to keep an eye on that. There are plenty of pigs in there, so I can't show you the wire sticking over, so I can't see. So there's 50 in there. So we're talking about 50 grand we'll be able to sell them for, I think. So if we sell all them for 50 grand, I think we'll make, at worst, make our money back. But I'm sure, actually, you know, I think that food we've put in, I'm sure I missed that pig. Looks dead, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. So I'll park up here, and we'll just have a quick wander through to the far field. Past the little piggies. Hello, guys. Are you okay? They're all a bit docile at the moment. Maybe it's because they're so young, I don't know. But there you go, there's one on the move. We'll just have a quick gander in the field and see how the goats are getting on. Check what they're like for food. Yep, plenty of food. I remember. So 120 goats in here, so they will get through this food, I imagine, reasonably quick. The hope is we'll still get another cut before the end of the year, but I do know on this one that it's a little bit touch and go whether we will. So, but hopefully we will. So, but yeah. So the goats. Oh, one of them. I thought he was coming over to say hello to us, but he's not. All of the pens are plumbed in, so they get their water automatically. So we've planted grass in this field. We need to roll it, don't we? So that's another job that we've got to do today that I forgot about. I think we were going to see how much money we had first, if I remember correctly. So that's not the end of the world. And here's the sheeps again. Lovely little field. I think they'll be very happy in there. That pig has not moved. Sure you're not dead? Wakey wakey! He is breathing. And just come and jump over the gate. There we go. And into the tractor. We'll go and park this up as part of the equipment that we need to sort through. Or do we leave this up here? There's no point taking this back down there. Because it's, you know, it's only ever going to be used for feeding the animals. So nice double gate here, so while I'm heading for that single gate, I do. Left that as a tight turn in, but we're okay. I think I need to concrete this floor because otherwise we're just going to sink. At least this is a reversible trailer. Some of them are, especially the ones with the dollies, are pretty horrendous to reverse. So quite happy to be able to have a go at this. I do want to turn this into a proper bale store, like what we've already got at the other side of the field. So what we can do then is obviously the big field that we have just across the way there, that is growing grass for the first time. That field, we're nearly getting stuck here. Let's head into the grass and out of this gate, and we'll close all the gates so that we don't have any sheep escaping. Yeah, so all the bales that we get from those fields, we'll try and utilize them for feeding the sheeps, and then we'll use the grass from the other fields. If it works out correctly, we'll use them for making the silage for the cows, and that hopefully will also make us some profit as well, because we're going to have to make some money from somewhere. So we need to get that rolling done before it rains. I think it was due to rain around about tea time, 6 o'clock-ish. So we do have time, but we just got to make sure that we get it done sooner rather than later. But what we can do is actually get somebody working the field for me, a helper, to work this field on a left for me, while I have a sort through the equipment and decide what we're going to keep and what we're going to sell. This trailer will get dumped here. Will be another one, and we're gonna. Oh, what have we crashed into? What on earth have we crashed into? What indeed? Have I got to wait and run it over? Is that what the problem is? That's what it is, isn't it? I forgot I didn't have the trailer on. I was dropping a trailer because we had a trailer, and it wasn't there because I just put it in the other field. Oh, you can tell I'm tired already, can't you? And now the weight's fallen over, so we're going to have to stand it up. So how would I just stand this up? There we go. Right, so that's stood up. Hopefully we can attach it to the tractor again now. We're going to need that on for the rolling, aren't we? So, right, so let's head back to the shop and we'll go and buy a roller, because that's one implement we do not have. We're going to hit that, so we'll just come back a touch. That plough, I think, will definitely be one of the first things sold, because I am not using that thing for all these fields. The fields are massive, the plough's rubbish. I think I do need to adjust the turning speed of my graphics. It does sort of make you feel a little bit dizzy when you're watching it, which is not great. I know when I come off playing the game, I keep thinking about it and then never getting round to it, but it does sort of make you feel a little bit dizzy and off balance when you finish playing the game. we're actually making good progress down here, going a little bit fast round the bends. You never know what's coming the other way. About to go over a hill. Could be heading for a head-on collision. But the lane seems pretty clear at the moment. You have to drive in the cab to get to the shop because you just can't see because of the trees. It's not so bad once we're through the trees, we can go back to the third person view. As though we're being followed by a drone. There we go. So we've still got to take that baler, but I think I need the bigger tractor really for that anyway. So if we come on into the shop, and what do we want? A roller. So we don't want to spend a lot. It would be nice to get it done quickly, but you know, 46 and 14, I think that little one will do. It's not ideal. We would like it bigger, but I'm going to see if I can get a red. Select. Yep, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? So red and black, perfect. The rim colour can stay the same. And we're going to buy it. It's going to leave us short of money, but we've still got a plough to buy, so we're going to have to sell something to be able to afford the plough. I'm going to get the Lizard subsoiler. It's a nice straight edge plough so that we can easily do the work. But I'm going to get a member of my team, to do this rolling while we sort. What's it saying? Tool not compatible. What was that about? Oh, I've just seen something again. We've dropped the weight again. How have we done that? That tool is getting annoying now. And I don't mean me, before you say anything. So that's that. Just need to... Oh. Right, so... just spin it so it's facing the right direction. I think that's the right direction anyway. Just a little bit to the right. There you go. We have contact. Switch so we're operating the other side. So I thought it was a bit weird when it said that the tool was not compatible, and it was obviously because the weight was to the back or something. I don't know, but that was obviously the issue. Right, we need to get back into the camp so that we can see. Try and work out which way my steering wheel should be. There we go. Oh, there's a car coming. So that's why we needed it. Took ourselves into the... I assume he's managed to go. Fortunately, this implement on the back is not too big, so it shouldn't cause us too many issues if we meet more traffic. It's just whether they let you get past a tree or something like that. That's when it causes an issue, when they stop and you're right near a tree, because they will not move for anybody. The joys of AI driving. We're up to the brow of the hill. Is there a car coming? Nothing at the moment, so hopefully we'll make it I just realised we shut all the gates and we're going to have to open them all again. Oh, hope I did it this time now. There goes my dog barking again, just to annoy me. Gotta go through the field. I've decided. Go see the sheeps. Up close and personal. So we can go third person again now. Locked over nicely. And we'll close the gates later. I'm sure the sheep will stay where they are for now. They've given me a nice clear run anyway. Little black sheep having a sleep. As it turns out, I hadn't shut those gates anyway, so... So this roller we will be keeping it because we've got to roll next week as well. Next month as well. So there we go. We'll leave the staff member. So it does need ploughing, but I'm not too worried about that with the grass. I think he'll be fine for a few cuts just to get us on our feet, and then we can start worrying about what needs ploughing and what doesn't need ploughing. We'll shut that in case it causes a problem for the staff member, because you know how brainless they are. They'll crash into it and then just sit there waiting for you to come and rescue them. Don't know why I'm walking when I can teleport. So here's the case. Nice little tractor that we have. We've got the bale trailer on here, which is another important implement for us. Definitely need to be in third person to see this. Make sure we don't take out the gate. There's a tight sequence of turns here. Oh. Nearly caught the telegraph pole then. Now I can't see where the turn is. So let's line ourselves up a little bit more. So the bale trailer will have to stay out. I'm not reversing this flipping thing. But so let's have a look at what we have. That cultivator, I don't think I'm going to keep that, because with the lizard plough, I'd probably just plough before I cultivated anyway. Then we have obviously the mowers, which I bought, so we'll definitely need them. And the seeder, we're definitely going to need a seeder, and that wasn't too bad. It did the job. The plough, I think we'll sell that as well. So let's go on to the vehicle list. So we've got a weight, a plough, that's one of the things we want to sell. So we'll sell that. That gives us enough money now for the plough that we need to buy. Then we've got a bale spike. I don't think we're going to be using... Well, we might do actually, because if we're just moving the odd bale around, I'll keep hold of it for now. The bucket we'll keep hold of. Definitely need to keep hold of that, unless there's something in the sales which we can do the same as what we did with this. So if you look at this, it's 27 months old, 33 work hours. Its condition is 73%, but its value is that. So it will need repairing at some point and will cost us a few thousand then. But for the main part, it gave us 50,000 just to help us to continue to be able to survive, and obviously buy animal food, because otherwise we'd have a load of dead animals. So we have another weight there. We've got enough weights to keep going, haven't we? So the Case 185, Puma 185, the Bell trailer. That's the small red farm tech trailer. Now, what's this one? This is for the slurry. So that is important, because we will need to be getting rid of that when it gets full. Then we've got these are basically the seeder together. John Deere tractor. A lot of work hours on it. It's not worth any money though, unfortunately. So till we can find a cheap second-hand bigger tractor or better tractor, we're going to be stuck with these high work houred vehicles. So obviously the windrow, we need that. I had to buy that myself. This is the other thing that we were going to sell. 42, that's not too bad. So we've got 65 in the bank. We've got to buy, I think, this. Is this a feeder? It's a, we're not going to use this either, because we're just going to feed them silage. We're not going to make total mixed rations at the moment. So while we don't need to, I'm going to sell that. It's beginning to look a lot better, the bank account, which is good. This we're not going to need, because somebody else comes and picks our milk up. So so that can go. Obviously we just bought the roller. The Massey Ferguson, look how many hours that has, but it's only worth £3 grand. So that's a tractor that's more used to us as a tractor. Until it breaks down, it's dropping quite rapidly because of its high work hours. But so it is going to cost us money in the long run. But at the moment, there's no point selling it. Definitely need that for the combine harvester. We need that. We need the mower stuff and the windrow. So I've just realised something. That other thing must be a tedder. Or I already had a windrow and didn't need to buy one. So how do we view what they are in our... So if I go on, if I go into the shop, if I look at tedders, yeah, that's a tedder. So we've got one of them. Never knew that. So we could make hay if we wanted. I'll hang on to it for now, because it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we want some hay. But until then, so now all we've got to do is go and get that baler from the yard, and we just need to decide where we're going to keep everything. So 4 things are going to go under there. So we're not going to get the bale trailer in any of these sheds because of the dolly on it. It'd be impossible to reverse it. It needs something fairly small to go into the far corner, so the seeder could probably do that because it's the easiest one to reverse. Probably should have done that before I went to get the baler, because the baler's going to be an awkward one. Just get myself back into the cab view so we can see where we're driving. Lock it round. That big brick building that you saw to the right. Can't really see it because of I haven't got the realistic cab view, so I can't lean forward. That is our silage mate, fermented silo, so it turns the grass into silage, which I've handily put near the cows so that we can feed that to the cows. At the moment, they have grass, which is not ideal. It will reduce the amount of milk that they give, but once they've eaten that, we will be plying them with silage, and that will give us 80% profitability. The extra 20%, I believe, comes from total mixed rations, but for now, we're just going to settle for the 80 and the ease in which we can make it. So always feels faster, this tractor, even though it's going exactly the same speed. I've just realised that same car is behind us again. I think he's following us. It is exactly the same car, I'm telling you. Go back into third person. Take it round, around, around. We could probably zoom in a touch. We don't need it that far out. Get ourselves hooked up. A little bit higher up on the thing so we can see as we're approaching. That's it, we're all fastened up. So we'll go back in here because we're going straight out onto the road. Oh, I nearly forgot. Because this is going to be an adventure. We need to buy the plough. And which way have we got to go? Weeders, planters, seeders, spaders. Ah, we're getting closer. Ploughs. So the lizard subsoiler. We don't want the 12, that's a bit ridiculous, but we'll go for the 9 metre. So just need to look now because we're gonna have to. This is gonna be something special. It's gonna look quite spectacular from the outside. Cars coming towards us are gonna be wondering what on earth is going on. One thing I've just seen is that this baler hasn't got the square twine, which means that's going to cost us a couple of grand that we'd already spent on the previous baler. Should have looked to see if we could empty that first before I sold it. So, right, so in the cab we are going to have a restricted view. A little less chance of seeing anything behind us with that baler on. We can't see out the rear view mirror, and occasionally we can see out the side view when we do that. Now, it will be interesting if we meet something near a tree with this contraption on the front. Coming to the top of the hill. Hopefully nothing comes over, and if it's coming over, hopefully it's not flying like the one I saw the other in one of the other episodes where it literally jumped over the. It had airtime going over the hill. It must have been doing some speed. Just caught a glimpse of a hot air balloon in the sky. It's a nice little touch to this map. Right, so we've got a car coming, so if we took ourselves into the hedge, he's going to stop by the tree. Exactly what I didn't want him to do. See, this is where it's an issue, you clown. That'd be funny, mate. You've got the whole road you could turn to there. I've now got to turn into you. Finally, he's gone. Maybe I could have made it to this pull-in. never mind, eh? Oh, we've got another car coming. We're clear of the trees at least on this one, so it should be just a case of scraping through the hedges. Can't be any more cars now, that should be it, for sure. Nice wide berth. Make sure we don't scratch the baler on anything. Must remember we've got some canola to sell as well in January, February sort of time. I think it's January. Right. We'll just drop that there for a minute till we decide where we're putting that. And we'll take this baler. We're gonna put this baler. No, it's grass work, isn't it? So we'll keep it with where we are. So let's go in there. So a nice little round around the garden. We need to be facing this way so we can see what we're reversing towards. Try and keep it aiming towards that post and around. Just hope I've left enough room for where the trailer is for my tractor as it straightens up. Oh, wrong way. I need that. To think about that a little bit for a moment. We're okay. Look at that. Gave me perfect amount of room in the end. So we have. So we're not going to get the windrow in there as well, are we? So the windrow will have to stay somewhere else. The cedar, that can go in there as well. This one can go right in the corner because, although annoyingly we're going to be using it in the next month when we've had a sleep. But we are on a tidy up, so we are going to have to do something with it. So what would we go this way round? It's a little bit of a risk. I mean, that's not very well planned, is it? I think I've just crashed. Just a little bit. So that can go there now. That is perfectly done. Like a pro. And get out without scratching the post. Go against that curve. And then that, I think that trailer's going to have to be the last one to go in there. If we can get some clear all this rubbish up. This rubbish is going to get in our way. I'll look into that one. That's definitely something that we want to do. A nice drive round the mulberry bush. Again, we've got to dodge that curb again with a big trailer. I'm beginning to think that I might need to move the other stuff and park the trailer next to the baler, so we can just use it on the front. Ideally you want the upper one here first, but due to the way that we've had to sort this, it's not possible. So short of doing a triple movement, and I don't fancy that. So next time we use which will be probably November, if the grass is cuttable, might just about survive until then. We will then be able to sort them out into the right order. Right, where's that trailer's hitch? Might be to go the wrong way first time, is it? We've not done that very well either. So we go back. Oh, did it again turn the wrong way? You're not watching, are you? I'm glad about that. So there we go. We're on. So now we've got to try and reverse this beast of a trailer under the cover so it doesn't fill with water. Don't suppose we've got a cover for it anyway, have we? No. So we want left hand down to go to the left, straighten up. We've got aim for the baler for now. Now straighten up, step so slightly, back, and that was done like a pro. Come on, admit it. Admit it, that was pretty good. I've impressed myself, if no one else. Now, where are we going to put this plough? Are we going to keep it in the same place as the other? We can go front on with it again, I suppose. So, you know what? I'm almost tempted to plough this field. How long have we been going already? It's not too long, is it? So, what time are we on? Do I plough the field or don't I? No, we're not going to do it yet. It's a job that we've got earmarked for next month. So, just got to find somewhere out the way to store it. Can we fit it under that bale shelter? That's perfect. Look at that. That was made for that. Right, so we need the tractor to reverse this trailer in. It'd be a little bit easier than the combine because of the tail swing of the combine. So we're up and loaded. Going to be very close to this wall here, aren't we? I think we're going to end up crashing. Yes, we are. So there we go. So a little bit more straighter on. Now I'm just aiming for that central post, and then we'll put a bit of left hand down and take it. Now done it too far away, but we're going to get the combine harvester and at least one tractor in here, so it's not going to be too much of a worry. The combine's not going to be moving for a long time now, so if we come out of the tractor, Probably could have moved it a bit further away from the door because that's going to make it a little bit awkward for the combine. In fact, what I'll do, I'll take the combine out into the field. That fuel tank has just reminded me I need to buy some fuel before we haven't got any. And the other thing that we need to look at is a way of fixing these cars, because I don't think we have a workshop. I think we're going to scrape against that wall. Yeah, there we go. Just about got it. So actually, I'm fairly happy with that. Look, reverse back now. Whack it right over. And that has left us plenty of room for other vehicles. This combine is going to be in here for quite some time. So we'll get at least one, if not two tractors in there. If the worst comes to the worst, we could bring this over a touch. But I'm fairly happy with that. I think that will keep us out of trouble. What are we going to do with that windrow? Where can we put the windrow that will not be getting wet? The only place I can think of is over by the animals again. But I need to do some work there first, so I think that's probably what I'll do. We'll go into the construction menu. Just have a quick look. There's a combine for sale there. Is it the same as the one we've got? Where's our vehicles? So I think ours was a Puma, wasn't it? And that's a Jaguar. So the question is whether the header would be the same. I'm sure it would, but what's the value of the one that we've got? Just out of interest. I'm not gonna sell it, I'm sure, but oh no, it's not. I thought we had the. I thought it was a Puma, but it's the case that's a Puma. So, class Vario 620. That's just a header. Class quadrant. That's there we go. The Evian 450. If we were to sell it, so yeah, it's a no-go. Obviously, it's a much better combine harvester than what we've got already. To be fair, the one that we had did a good enough job, so I don't think we really need it. So I just forgot that I was actually going into the construction mode. We just need to move across to this field. Onto paint. So do we want gravel? Be a realistic one. That's concrete, that's animal mud, we don't want that. That looks like gravel. So we'll get a bit closer so we can see what we're doing here. So we want a square, nice square, fairly big. We'll go a little bit further out as well, just so that we get rid of some of them bushes and give us a nice little area to work. See, all this mud that we were in, we would be sinking in. So I think this is where I'm going to park the windrow, and that's why we're doing this. So I think we need to spin it around a bit so we can just see what we're doing as best as we can under there. I don't think we can see all the way under. So we'll go as far back as we dare for now. So let's now head to the other end. Spin it around from here. And there you go, we can see the far end of it. Back. So annoying, I can't quite see under. To be honest, I think that'll do. Just bring ourselves up. What we'll do, we'll jump into the Massey, which it looks okay. Do you know, we could actually repair these tractors because we have got the funding now with selling all that stuff. Maybe I'll leave that till next month. Let them wear off a little bit more. Got to work out where that flipping tether is that it says we've got. I have no idea where that is. So this is going to be a tight corner to turn into with this big implement on the back. That's one thing I didn't think about. Try not to run that gentleman over. Oh, I got a little bit too close to that tree then. Right, so we're definitely going to have to come through the double gate with this thing, because otherwise we'll never get in there from a right angle turn like this. And I think we can by hand push this one back. It's only a little trailer, isn't it? So it digs in the gravel a little bit when we push it back. So we'll keep it to the right a little bit, and we'll try and get the windrow to the left of it. I'm not very good at reversing these windrows, and again, not a very easy one to do. I've just noticed that weight was lowered. We don't want that. We'll be hitting something with it. So, don't know when that's happened. So we'll head for these houses, whack it around. Right, here we go again. So I'm going to actually try from in the cab. So at the moment we should be okay to go straight back. Ooh, just suddenly picked up too much pace then. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, this reversing. I think we've done it. I think we've actually done it. I reversed it. I did that all by me lonesome. You gotta be impressed with that. Not very often I get to do something as well as that. Was a little bit zigzaggy, but we got there. That's the main thing. So now I need to find where that blimmin' windrow thing is, don't I? The tether. Because presumably we want to put that in there as well. Ooh, nearly crashed into the wall. We don't want to do that, man. With that weight lifted up, it gives us a nice little target on our bonnet of our tractor. See, I think it's going to be in here somewhere, this tether. Other than that, I can't see where else it would be. This is another bit that needs sorting out. We've got a muddy area. That is muddy awful. So there's no tether in there. See, I don't even know if we own these buildings here. I think we do. Well, we can get in it, that's for sure. What would you store in there? Oh. Well, who knew? I found a spreader anyway. Trouble is, I'll never remember that's there. Oh, what's this? Ah, yes. There you are. So that's quite easy to park. I never knew that was there. Can't remember putting it there, if I'm honest, but... Oh, mate, I know. There was a shelter there, wasn't there? And it was obviously under that. So while we're here, before we reverse, I just want to check on the progress of the silage. Yep, it is already working. By the time it's done, we'll have about 300 litres, 300,000 litres of silage. That should keep cows happy for a reasonable amount of time. Well, this is a nice tether, actually. Will it fit in that shed? Ooh. Went the wrong way. Not like me, is it? It's just a question of if it'll fit through them doors. So if we drive towards the wall here, something just to our side, a bucket. Nearly missed and nearly crashed into. Let's touch and go whether this will fit through there. Let's just get ourselves out into this position so we can see. Oh, actually, it goes in quite comfortably, and that's quite a nice place for that. Oh, do you know what? That is 4 times in the last 2 minutes I've done that. Press the wrong direction for the pedal. Beginning to think I've forgotten how to drive. So I think bedtime's beginning to call. So we'll have to check on how that roller's doing. He hopefully will be done by now, but I haven't noticed the notification. We've sort of missed that there. And got ourselves all hooked up. Wonder if that weight it's supposed to be on the back when we have the front loader. That would make sense. So it's a bit wobbly, that. So that can go there. Now we'll get this here about the 20th attempt. So that's up there. And what we'll do is we'll keep the little bale hook just to the right of here. And we'll keep the bucket to the left. And that is the farm pretty tidied up. Oh, I've just seen that we've got 2 fuel pumps. It's handy to know. So they can close now. So we're going to need that fertilizer in the next month, so I'll have to try and remember it's there. So what I think I'll do with this tractor is keep this one at the cow farm. So if we're going to need any front loader stuff, the front loader's on it ready. And if we don't need to use it for anything, we won't. We'll just try and use the other 2 tractors. So if I just give it a nice wide berth here, slot it. And we'll keep it down the back of this by the milker things. I'm sure it won't be in the way. I'll tell you. What are we stuck on here? Must be something up there because I can't see. Nothing. What is the issue? Anyway, we'll leave it there and probably straighten it up a bit because it's not very straight. See. So there you go. Perfectly done. So that is that tractor done. So we've got one more implement which has finished. That's good. So we can now go and do our due diligence with the animals. Hey up, goatee. Oh, maybe not do the due diligence yet. I was about to go and close all the gates, but then I remembered we've got to get out of the flipping gate. So we'll hold that up, ready to drive away. But that is our grass done. I need to open this gate because I forgot I shut it. So we are very close to the animal farm officially moving into its operational stage, where you're going to be get up every morning, do your daily task, and then it's on to the next month. So it'll be interesting to see whether we break even or not when we sleep. I don't think we will on the first month, but we've got plenty of coverage. I am going to buy some fuel before we go for basically the 2 fuel caps. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to shut a gate that there isn't one. So, big jump. Excuse me. That one's shut. So, and the chicken pen's shut. So we need to come in here and close this gate. I think we'll park this roller in with the combine harvester for now, maybe, because oh no, we can put it. Yeah, that's right. We can put it next to the plough, can't we? But both of them are going to be used next month anyway. So we'll come out of here, close this one, and then as we drive past the far gate, we'll close that as well. And that is the animal farm secure. The animals can be quite happy out in the field. If they get cold, then ones can go under the bale shelter. They're a little bit better off than some of the others. Try not to run the lady over. Right. Take your time here because, especially in third person, you tend to run them posts over. Not a very comfortable move. Right. Jump out. Shut this gate. They were beginning to get interested in this gate. That is the animals all secure. So what are we gonna do? Swing it round. I've overcooked that a little bit. Yes, so we're going to put these in the bale store, the other side. I employ somebody to come and wash all my equipment, so I haven't got to worry about that today. We'll park it in that end one there. Again, we'll go from inside. Left hand. Oh, what am I doing? Right hand down. I need to go forward again. It's not like me to balls up a reversing manoeuvre, is it? Left hand down. Right hand down. Straighten up. Left hand down. Keep it straight. How close is that tractor? Looks like it's about to hit to me. Actually, okay. So let's get some petrol in here. Fuel tank. Buy. Yes. So, wow, that was expensive. And then we can drive this tractor straight into the same shed as the combine harvester. And then it's just one more vehicle, I believe, to tidy away. Excuse me, sorry. So, I was that busy coughing and nearly crashed into that train. Again, like we did with the other. I'll stick it there. Should turn and look where I'm reversing to. We want to get this as close as we can to this combine harvester. We'll still be able to get out. Oh yeah, we'll definitely get another tractor in there anyway. Just deliberately take that out a little bit. We've got plenty of space to get the third and biggest tractor in there. And that is going to look pretty sensational. I'm really happy with that. So there's just that bale trailer, and we don't have anywhere that's like a drive-through. So I think what I'm going to do with that is park it somewhere over there. So I think this is just going to have to be the one item which we can't protect, particularly from the weather, because I can't reverse the dolly blooming thing. So there you go, we're hooked up. Drive it round the field. Now we're not going to be able to do this forever today though. That's going to be a wheat field soon. Ooh, there's a good place. Look at that. That's perfect. Just so I can see. Might have to do a bit of tree work here, but I think we're stuck on the tree. But so drop the trailer there and move it away. So we'd have to reverse into that, which will be quite difficult. But I think that's a perfect place for it. So I think that is it for what we needed to do. Finally, August is done. We've beat the rain. Just try to think if there's anything else. Yes, there is one more thing that we can do. Go and fill up the upper fuel tank. Blow a bit more money. But we'll have enough fuel then for a long time. We're not going to need to buy fuel quite some time after that. We'll have, assuming that's the same size, we'll have 10,000 in each, 20,000 overall. I think that'll probably do us for all of this gameplay, to be honest. Depending on how long I play this particular save. So that's that. We'll go visit the Massey, because that's nearest to the... So this one's empty, we'll buy. So that's 32 grand we've spent on fuel, but I don't think we'll be spending on fuel again. So the slurry tanker can stay by the slurry pit. I'm not messing with that stinky thing. 25 cows. I wonder how quickly 25 cows will fill that. So that is officially a day's work done. So these guys won't be very happy with having rasp as their food, but I'm sure they'll survive. And all that's left for me to do is go for a wander back to the farmhouse, which is just down this road. We turn to the right. I am tempted to get myself some garden chickens as well as these 75 that we have. But it'd just be a question of how would I get the food to them. Have I gone past? I went past their house. I am new to the area, so it's no surprise that I missed it. We'll go and look at this garden. You see, I think that we could easily fit some chickens in this corner if we got rid of the summer house, or maybe even a vegetable plot or something. You could get a vehicle down here, but you can't get it into the yard. Anyway, it's all things for the home. I haven't seen the dog since I think we saw it a couple of episodes ago over by the cow farm. But yeah, so I think that's it for August. I think we can finally get this game moving now into a month by month thing, which will be. I think I intend to do fairly short streams, short and sweet, and then convert them into series videos. But these 4 episodes, obviously, I'll need to cut them down as well, quite significantly, and see if we can create some form of Let's Play series to it. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Anybody who watches this after the event, I really appreciate it. If you'd leave a like, that would be awesome. And if you got this far, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And finally, I'd like to say goodbye. I'm Stevie C. See you again soon. Bye.